Okay, thank you. Call the meeting to order at 5:01. Could we have a mover and seconder for the adoption of the agenda, please? And Lauren?
I have Lauren Frank.
All in favor? Accepting the minutes of previous meetings, can I have a mover and a seconder, please? Stephen Frank. Accepting the minutes of the previous meeting, all in favor? Business arising for the minutes? Seeing none. A disclosure of pecuniary interest and general nature thereof. Seeing none. Chair's comments. And I apologize for any inconvenience it may cause, but we've had a request for a deferral on this proposal. And for just to get some clarification on the issue, I'll pass it over to Greg Curtin, please.
Sure, thanks. So yeah, it's we only have one application scheduled tonight, so there is a request for deferral for a couple of reasons. I'll get into that in a second, but firstly, I'd just like to address the fact we had some questions on why we wouldn't just cancel the meeting in advance when we know that there's a deferral. The reason being is because when notices get mailed out and when a sign gets posted, there's no way for us to ensure that we would have contacted anybody and everyone who may have become aware of the meeting and wanted to show up. So for that reason, we still had to host the meeting, knowing that the application was going to be requested for deferral. So the deferral for two reasons. One, on behalf of the applicant, they had to do some clarifications about the lot size that was requested in their application. There was a bit of discrepancy between the lot area that they requested for their minor variance and the total lot area as recorded in our system and based on the impact data they had. We're talking minor discrepancies, like maybe 0.1 of an acre, maybe 0.15 of an acre. But that is important because if a minor variance is granted and then the surveyors go out and it's found to not be exactly what was requested, then they end up back at the committee asking for another minor variance. Secondly, we're in a bit of a transition period with our circulations for the notices. So there's legislative requirements when the municipality sends out our notices about notice of public meeting. In the case of a consent, they have to be mailed out 14 days before the meeting. We did not do that. Our notices didn't go out until about 9 days before the meeting because of just a mix up internally. So because of that reason, we also need to defer to April to ensure that we're meeting our legislative obligations on behalf of the municipality. So yeah, both of those reasons both lead to a requirement for deferral. And so the applicant is not here tonight. Regardless of the notification issue, they were requesting a deferral anyways. So I'm sorry to waste everyone's time, but once the notices go out, we do still have to kind of be here just to go through the process.
Any questions for Greg, Frank?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Greg, but even with the recommendation in defer, do we still not have to vote on that?
Yes, you do. So we will go into the application in the next section. Terry just had asked me to give a bit of an overview of what the situation was before it. But yeah, the committee does have to pass a resolution recommending or approve it. No, fair, yes.
It's an official
Yes.
meeting.
Yes,
You're right. Yeah.
yeah. Fair.
So I'll read the intro. Good evening. Welcome to this evening's Committee of Adjustment meeting. The Council of the Municipality of East Ferris has empowered this committee to make decisions on minor variance and consent to several applications on their behalf. The committee is made up of 5 citizen members, 2 members of council. The members are as follows.
Stephanie Holmes. Lauren Wright, council.
Steve Austin.
Kim Rose, staff.
Terry Kelly, council.
Greg Curtin, staff. Ken Leopard.
Frank Corrigan.
Thank you. As required under the Planning Act and pursuant to policy, the committee is holding a public meeting prior to making a decision on the proposed applications. The Committee of Adjustment has not yet made any decisions on these matters, and all comments received prior to this evening's meeting, as well as comments received tonight during the meeting, will be considered in the decision. The committee makes our decisions based on the criteria outlined in the Planning Act that corresponds to the specific application type. The process will be as follows. Normally ask the applicant to present their application in the order listed on the agenda. The committee will ask any questions they have of the applicant. Staff will then provide their comments about the application and give an overview which has been done. Members of the public will then present and answer questions if needed. We allow for a 10-minute maximum time limit on all public comments to the committee. We will then move to a motion to approve or refuse the application. We'll ask that everyone be respectable in their presentations and comments should be related directly to the applicant. So that being said, the public hearing is concerned with Sylvie Savage on behalf of Marie Lynn and Daniel Savage, 688 Quay Road. The purpose of the requested consent is to allow for the creation of one new lot for residential purposes. The owners concurrently applying to permit a variance to zoning bylaw 2021-60 to allow for reduction in lot size from 2.0 acres to 1.8 acres. And any questions, any further questions of?
So given that the applicant's not here to give their presentation and that they have requested a deferral, I think it would be appropriate to leave the discussion for the April meeting.
Okay,
But
all right. Everybody in agreement with that? Right? Sure. Stephanie, you're okay? Warren? Steve, you're good? That's fine. Anything from the public?
No, not at this time without anyone being here, so.
Very good. Thank you very much.
Your time is wasted because then what would I do for 10 minutes on a beautiful?
It's a nice night for a drive. We didn't have freezing rain. Yesterday it was forecast freezing rain tonight. So we lucked out. But thank you for coming. Very good. Any correspondence or information? Okay. None for the session. No in cameras required. Sorry.
We will pass a resolution for deferral before. moving
Oh,
to that.
very good. Please. Yep.
Bring a seconder to set motion on the table. So the resolution reads that minor variance application A 2025-02 and consent application B 2025-03 submitted by Sylvie Savage on behalf of Mary Lynn and Daniel Savage be deferred in order to confirm the lot area and which applications are required, as well as to recirculate the application to the neighborhood.
Thank you. All in favor? Yes. And no in camera or correspondence at this time, so could I have a mover and seconder for adjournment, please? Thank you.
That we do now adjourn at 5:09 PM.
All in favor?